The Screen News Digest, presented by South Carolina Electric and Gas Company. We try to make life easier.
There is no way we can go forward except together, and no way anybody can win except by serving the people's urgent needs. We cannot stand still or slip backwards. We must go forward now, together, 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 together.
The summer of 1974. In many ways, like many summers. In one way, like no other summer in United States history. For 210 million Americans at work and at play, a grave constitutional crisis is moving toward its fateful climax. After months of debate and discussion, private meetings and public hearings, the Judiciary Committee of the House of Representatives votes to recommend the impeachment of Richard Nixon. A country that has lost presidents by death and assassination faces a new test of its democratic heritage. It is a sad and tragic time. August comes. Time telescopes. The march of events and people is played against the summer happenings of 1974. And each American, old or young, remembers the time, the place, where word comes that Richard Nixon has made his decision and will speak to the nation. August 8, 1974. Some will hear or see the president's words over loudspeaker systems and on message boards at big league stadiums. Others will sit in their homes and watch as Richard Nixon makes his historic announcement.
Apart by any means from the Oval Office in the White House in Washington, President Richard M. Nixon.
Good evening. This is the 37th time I have spoken to you from this office, where so many decisions have been made that shape the history of this nation. Each time I have done so to discuss with you some matter that I believe affected the national interest. In all the decisions I have made in my public life, I have always tried to do what was best for the nation. From the discussions I have had with congressional and other leaders, I have concluded that because of the Watergate matter, I might not have the support of the Congress that I would consider necessary to back the very difficult decisions and carry out the duties of this office in the way the interests of the nation will require. Therefore, I shall resign the presidency effective at noon tomorrow. Vice President Ford will be sworn in as president at that hour in this office.
A star athlete and one-time center on the Michigan University football team, Gerald Rudolph Ford is elected to Congress in 1948. He is married to the former Elizabeth Bloomer, and the couple have 4 children. Michael, Susan, John, and Stephen. When Chief Justice Earl Warren is named to head an investigation into the assassination of John Kennedy, Gerald Ford is appointed to the bipartisan commission. In Congress, he works closely with Speaker John McCormack after having succeeded Charles Halleck as minority leader in 1965. At the Republican National Conventions in 1968 and 1972, Gerald Ford serves as permanent chairman. Introducing Nelson Rockefeller, he is presenting the man that he will one day nominate as his own vice president. Throughout his 25 years in Congress, Gerald Ford's highest ambition is to be elected Speaker of the House of Representatives. But in 1973, he is chosen by Richard Nixon under the terms of the 25th Amendment to succeed Spiro Agnew as vice president. And on December 6th, before a joint session of Congress, Gerald Ford takes the oath of office. Eight months and 3 days later, on August 9th, 1974, the sun rises and America wakes up on a day that marks both an end and a beginning. The Nixon years are ended after 2,027 days as the president and his family enter the East Room for the last time to say goodbye to his associates and staff. There are tears in Mr. Nixon's eyes, and his voice is choked with emotion as he speaks of his mother.
Yes, she will have no books written about her. But she was a saint.
Don't be discouraged, the president says.
The greatness comes and you're really tested when you take some knocks, some disappointments, when sadness comes. Because only if you've been in the deepest valley can you ever know how magnificent it is to be on the highest mountain. We leave with high hopes, in good spirit, and with deep humility, and with very much gratefulness in our hearts. I can only say to each and every one of you, we come from many faiths. We pray perhaps to different gods, but really the same God in a sense. But I want to say for each and every one of you, not only will we always remember you, not only will we always be grateful to you, but always you will be in our hearts and you will be in our prayers.
Mr. Vice President, are you prepared to take the oath of office as President of the United States?
I am, sir.
If you will raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Gerald R. Ford, do solemnly swear
I, Gerald R. Ford, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Gerald Rudolph Ford becomes the first president to take office without being elected by the people.
My fellow Americans, our long national nightmare is over. Our Constitution works. Our great republic is a government of laws and not of men. Here, the people rule. In the beginning, I asked you to pray for me. Before closing, I ask again your prayers for Richard Nixon and for his family. May our former president, who brought peace to millions, find it for himself. May God bless and comfort his wonderful wife and daughters, whose love and loyalty will forever be a shining legacy to all who bear the lonely burdens of the White House. I now solemnly reaffirm my promise I made to you last December 6th to uphold the Constitution, to do what is right as God gives me to see the right, and to do the very best I can for America. God helping me, I will not let you down. Thank you.
While crowds press against the White House fence, President Ford meets with his cabinet and sets the tone of his administration. In all my public and private acts, he says, I expect to follow my instincts of openness and candor with full confidence that honesty is always the best policy in the end.
It is only fitting, then, that I should pledge to them and to you that I will be the president of all the people.
A former president returns to California as a private citizen. And Richard Nixon is joined by millions of other homeward-bound Americans. A day without parallel or precedent in history is ending. The United States has a new president. Life goes on. The torch is passed.